Hey, welcome to another video from SkinnyMedic. So I have another after action medical report video for you, and don't worry, this one's not super gory, no blood splashing everywhere, but it does paint the perfect picture for what I want to talk about in this video, talk about scene safety, things like that. So it does a great job of that. Unfortunately, 2 people did lose their life and 2 people were injured in this accident, but I want to use it to hopefully save other people's lives. I do want to thank the sponsor for this video, Goat Guns. Go to goatguns.com, take a look at these. They build awesome little models of smaller versions of these pew-pews right here. My kids absolutely love these things, so they've been playing with them. They're super realistic. They'll drop the mag, bloop. You can charge a charging handle, change out, put no suppressor on there. So super cool. Go to goatguns.com. I'll put a link down below for you. Alright, so to kind of set the scene here, we have a traffic accident that's pretty much in the middle of the intersection. It's a busy intersection, so that causes a lot of issues. And then you have a vehicle on fire, which is going to make things a lot worse there too. So let's take a look at the video, and then we'll come back and let's talk about it. So one of the first things that we talk about in a first aid class, EMT class, even a TCCC, TEC class, is scene safety. If you get injured as the rescuer, you can't help anyone else. So your safety has to be priority here. If we're talking about EMT class, first aid class, it's all the scene safe BSI dance. And then with TEC or TCCC, you're talking about getting off the X. And it's all about scene safety, which is exactly what's going on here. You have multiple issues about scene safety as a civilian first responder or a first responder's EMT, firefighter, police officer. Man, it's insane. You see the police officers there first. It generally does happen, okay? They can put officers on scene through cardiac arrest or fires, things like that. They can put them on scene faster. So they're trying to help, which is a great thing because getting the patient off the X is important, especially those guys, those people that may be in the blue truck there, they're right next to the flames. So you have heat, you have flames, you have smoke inhalation, lots of things going on there. So if you're gonna pull your vehicle up to block and be a barrier there between the wreck. You see the fire department does that. They pull their apparatus around and they start blocking things off. So try to move that traffic away from the scene because you're gonna get tons of onlookers here. People are really bad about driving, like, and all of a sudden, bam, they hit the car behind them, or they hit the rescuer, things like that. So block traffic, get traffic moving, put cones out, put someone with a flashlight there to move traffic there and move them away. If it were me and I was in my personal vehicle and I pulled up on this and I was trying to help, be the good Samaritan here, I would use other people that are just standing around looking, gawking at the scene to move traffic around. Like, hey, go stand there and start pushing traffic away. So use other bystanders to help you. People generally do want to help. They just don't know what to do and they're scared. So use other bystanders to kind of push the cars away from you. We always are worried about spinal precautions, C-spine, things like that. Not as much as we used to, but we still take it into consideration. So if we can leave the people in the car, that's probably the safest thing to do. But here we have a car that's on fire pretty dang close to the other cars. So if you can make an emergency move to get the people out of the vehicles, I would make that emergency move. I do carry a small fire extinguisher in my truck. Honestly, for this fire, you're gonna have to be pretty quick on it to use a little small canister. It needs lots of water to put this size fire out, so probably not gonna do very much to help you. I wouldn't super focus on the car that's on fire unless I really thought I could just get the person out or put it out with my small extinguisher, which is probably not gonna be very effective. You've got other patients there that you have to triage and look at, so don't focus so much on that car. That is tough to do. You know, if you can't make entry and get that person out, you're gonna put yourself in more danger than is good. So focus on the ones you can help. I've done plenty of video on triaging patients. You can refer back to those. I think for the patients that you actually have, you have a lot of things going on. You have trauma, which is going to be fractures, dislocations, chest injuries, internal bleeding, things like that, head injuries. But now you have burns possibly as well too. So this is going to compound some of your treatment plans, things like that. Smoke inhalation is going to be a problem. So your patients that you are pulling out of the car, you're going to have the trauma side, you can have a respiratory breathing side, and then the burn, which is going to be infection from later on down the road. So lots of things to consider with the patients here, but triaging your patients, getting them extricated out. You see them using the extrication tools to get the patient removed, but then thinking about what the treatment is going to be for these patients and how to get them to the appropriate hospital. I did talk about, you've got the trauma patients, so we treat those with the Marsh algorithm just like we treat any other patients. But think about smoke inhalation here. So if you see someone who's got the black smoke around their nose, mouth, their face, things like that, they could have smoke inhalation that causes swelling to the airway. It can cause lots of breathing problems. So you're going to have to be aggressive with their breathing here. And then the burns. Typically burns are not life-threatening. Those second, third degree burns, what happens is you die 2 weeks later from infection. So keeping those burns clean and get them to the appropriate hospital that does burn care, things like that, is super important. So I hope this video helps. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Remember, you need the right gear and the right training.